What is going on, YouTube people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the greenhouse. So first, before we go on with the video, I just want to say thank you all for all the support. Thank you for watching the videos. I really appreciate it. So I love all the support I've got on this project. It has been awesome, and all the awesome ideas and suggestions I've got from people, which is one thing we're going to talk about today, but we will get to that in a minute. First, let's just appreciate how far the greenhouse has come. Sorry, I was messing with the gimbal. But for those that have been with me for a long time, you know, this used to just be an empty box. We didn't even have a pond. We didn't have a boardwalk. We didn't have anything. I was just saying I was going to get plants and animals forever, and now we have them. It's starting to turn into a jungle. You can pretty much sit in that little corner over there and usually see at least 2 or 3 species at any given time, which is awesome. Makes me super happy. But while we're talking about that, let's get you guys a little update on the lizards. So if you remember in the last video, I put in the emerald tree skinks in here. So if not, go check out that video. I'll link it above. But they're doing great. One of them hangs out in this tree. You can see she's up on this leaf. I don't know if you'll be able to see her very well. Yep, there she is. I say she, but it's probably a he. But that one hangs out in this tree all the time. The other two so far have been hanging out mostly on the pond enclosure. Probably not going to be able to see it with the lighting. But yeah, right up there, there's one. I don't know where the third one's at right now. But they're doing great. I've been seeing them eating. I've been seeing them climbing around and exploring their new little habitat and environment. I don't even know if you can see her right there. I'm trying to get a video of her. It's probably not working out very good. But what do you do, you know? But anyways, today's video, we're going to be working on an awesome little log thing. It's good. I mean, that doesn't sound very cool when I put it that way. But anyways, it's going to go right here, look like a big fallen tree. And, well, let me just set down the camera and I'll explain it to you better. Okay, first, before I talk about the log thing, check out this bromeliad's about to flower. It's going to be super awesome. But look at these guys. Just freaking sharks, just waiting for me to drop something in here, stick a finger in the water. Little jerks. All right, anyways, back to the log. Okay, so for the log, this was actually another guy's idea. Creepers Herpticulture messaged me on Instagram and said that I should get like a big log or something, like a fallen tree, and split it down the middle and make it to where I can open it somehow, so I can showcase cool fossorial animals, which are like burrowing animals, insects, millipedes, you know, salamanders, all kinds of cool stuff that you normally wouldn't see just walking around the greenhouse. So I really like that idea, so thank you. But kind of putting my own twist on it. I was hoping to find a big oak log that I could split and put hinges on and make look natural, but I haven't really found anything around here, and I don't feel like keep looking. So I decided I'm going to use some of my cork tubes that I have. Some are like 30 inches or so. I'm going to use some of them and kind of make it look, piece it together, make it look like a big fallen tree. And I'm going to build compartments with spots that open, so I can start raising some grubs for some really awesome insects, like some rainbow stag beetles and elephant beetles. If you guys haven't seen those, look them up. They are sick. Some of them are like the size of my hand. The elephant beetles specifically are massive. Rainbow stag beetles are gorgeous, but also we'll house lots of other stuff. Millipedes, I want to get some cool like pink dragon and Thailand rainbow millipedes and other cool stuff. So if you have suggestions for insects, let me know below. But either way, the plan is basically to piece these together, turn them into little compartments, and then fill them, since it's cork rounds, they're already hollow. I want to fill them with flake soil, which is what these grubs live in naturally, you know, or not naturally, but when you keep them in captivity. So fill them with flake soil, have little segments, and then it'll also look like a cool fallen tree that I can plant plants on top of and stuff. So I don't know, let's go look at it. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it yet, but we're probably going to have to go back to my house to work on it. But let's look at where we're going to put it, and then we'll get all the supplies and go work on it. Look at this little doofus right here. Stingrays are the coolest fish, guys, but they are such doofuses. The bass. Okay, anyways, always get distracted. So I'm thinking, it's kind of hard to tell on video, but I want it to start under the boardwalk right there and then end right here somewhere, so it'll look like a big fallen tree, just because this is the biggest land area in the greenhouse and it's just kind of a field of plants. I think it would be nice to have something break it up. Over here is a bit smaller area, and I already got like some roots, a little bit of driftwood and stuff. So I think right here is the area that could use it the most. Yeah, so imagine you come in here, big fallen log over there. And then this will also be a little hide for like different animals. The frogs and stuff, I'm sure, are gonna love it. But yeah, I kind of have some ideas of how I want to do it, but I'm not 100% sure. I need to grab some cork flats here that I have so we can segment it off. And then, I don't know, let's stop and get some supplies and then go back to the house, get working on it, see what we can do. All right, I got my box of cork flats. I've got my pile of cork rounds over here, and I've picked out these 3 I think will look pretty good. So we're gonna take these 3 right here and make them into one cohesive log. It's about 7 feet long, so that'll be a perfect fit for the space I need. And if these don't work, I can use any from this pile back here too, but yeah, this should work. So what I'm thinking is this piece at the end will be facing away from the boardwalk. That end down there will be the one that goes under the boardwalk. And this one will not get filled with soil. This will kind of just be a little hidey hole for frogs and stuff because the end of it looks cool. And then these 2 pieces will be compartments filled with soil. So I'll use cork flats from over there. I'll cut pieces to fit, glue or foam them in at the ends, kind of cap the ends. But I probably won't, I'll probably leave a little gap at the top, but I don't know. So cap the ends on both of these and then cut out the top and make a top piece that I can lift off. And then this can house one type of beetle larva and this can have another type of beetle larva. And then this one can just be for looks and be a little hide for the animals. So not sure exactly how I'm gonna do it, but they will probably stay like spaced out like this. And then I'll find a way to attach them and then kind of blend it all with like dirt and moss so it looks like one big piece. But I think that'll look pretty good. It's probably better than me going and trying to find a big oak log. So I don't have much room in here. My garage is a mess this winter. I miss the old bike, but yeah, let's go inside. I'm gonna take these all in and see how we can attach them and if we can make it look good. All right, so this is roughly what we're looking at. So I got this piece is normal. And then these like straight cut edges, I just used a grinder to kind of round them out and add some texture and make them look more natural. But these 2 pieces have our compartments. So I just cut these out with the Sawzall pretty easy. I just cut it like at an angle all around so it sits back in good, like so. And you can't even tell. So this one and this one. This one I made the compartment too deep, so it's not gonna have as much flake soil, but this one is like perfect. And then I capped the ends with pieces of cork bark and some spray foam. Left little gaps so things can crawl in and out. And there's also, I didn't realize before, but cracks and holes all in the sides of these. So insects will have plenty of ways to get in and out, but that is pretty much it. I was originally planning on using some of these planks to like hold these pieces together to make them one big piece, but I don't think I want to do that anymore. I think I'm going to leave them as 3 separate pieces. Then I can place them in the greenhouse how I want, position them all good, and then make it look natural. So the plan is get these in the greenhouse, fill this with flake soil, fill that one most of the way with flake soil, and then leave this one just empty to be a little hidey hole. And then I'm gonna like kind of bury these a little bit, just make them look natural, and then put flake soil on the sides of them, and then cover up where they join with flake soil and leaves and moss and stuff to make it blend. So let's get these over to the greenhouse. I gotta clean up my mess here first, and then we will see how it looks. Shazza! And we're back at the greenhouse. I really love it here, guys. I'm really starting to like working on stuff here. It's a lot more fun than it used to be. Just gotta be careful not to step on frogs. But anyways, we've got our logs. This is the area where I'm wanting to put it. So starting right here somewhere, and running right here. So I'm gonna rake some leaves and stuff out of the way and start getting ready. And yeah, hopefully we can make it blend and make it all look good. So one thing is I do not have the flake soil yet. I ordered it online, but it is not here. So it's gonna not blend perfectly and might not look perfect yet until I get that and I can kind of pile it up and cover things up. But until then, we are gonna do what we can, and it can be a little hidey hole for some frogs. Like this one right here. Look at this little guy. All right, let's get to work. All right, I think I like the placement of it. So that's it. Just kind of sitting there with the mulch pushed back around. I think it looks pretty good. Looks kind of cool when you walk in right here. Just have a big fallen log right there. But like I said, I'm not gonna perfectly blend it until I get that flake soil. So like this joint right here, I'm gonna completely cover with flake soil and then fill the sides in a lot. So it'll look a lot more natural once I get that. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna leave it like this. But I'm thinking I'm gonna put this philodendron here. It's the philodendron joepii, or I think it's pronounced yoepii. But this was actually donated to me, so it's a super cool plant. But I think I'm gonna plant it right here somewhere and then let it grow onto the log, hopefully. I mean, plants kind of just do their own thing, but I can aim them in the right direction. But yeah, so I think it's gonna look good. This end, awesome little frog hide, the two little secret compartments back there, and then I'm gonna put all kinds of cool epiphytic ferns and stuff on it eventually. And then I also have a new box of leaves. So all the leaves all over you guys see are magnolia leaves. They don't rot as bad. So I ordered these big, huge boxes of them, but it is pretty expensive. So if any of my viewers have hookups on large batches of magnolia leaves, let me know. Those boxes are like 200 bucks. That's the biggest like bulk order I can find. And I have to order one every like 2 or 3 months to keep replenishing everything in here. So let me know if you got the hookup on magnolia leaves or other kinds of cool leaves that won't rot really fast. But anyways, let's get that plant planted, get some leaves spread out, blend it a little bit more, and then I'll show you guys what we got. That's the final product, how it's sitting. Well, not the final product without the flake soil, but it is already looking pretty good even without that. A lot better than I thought, so I can only imagine how good it's gonna look once I blend. See, like that little crack bothers me, but once I get the soil and blend that, it'll look really good. The plant looks really good right here. I'm kind of hoping I can get this to grow up on the log. And even though it'll block the doors, I can just cut it where it blocks the doors for the little compartments. Yeah, I think that looks good. Just imagine that covered in little moss and epiphytic ferns and stuff. It is gonna look awesome. And then I'll see if I can do this while filming. I make no promises, but boom, there's a little compartment number 1. So it's very easy to access. And compartment number 2. So super easy. I can access them from the boardwalk. So I think that'll work great. But I'll update you guys once I get the flake soil and once I get that finished. But that is gonna be it for this video. So thank you guys for watching. If you have not, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it very much. If you like the video, like the video. So thank you guys for everything. Peace out.